Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Axel Henry. I'm the Chief of Police for the St. Paul Police Department. We'll be providing, if you haven't already got it, a public statement that's being issued by our department, as well as you can expect to get a lot of information from the BCA. But again, I want to remind everybody, this is a new and active scene, and it is not our investigation, so I'm going to be limited on what I'm going to be able to tell you and some specifics. I will tell you that just before noon today, our officers were called to a domestic violence call involving a man with a firearm who had apparently pistol whipped a person in the house with that gun and also fired that weapon inside that home. When our officers arrived, they began collecting evidence and taking a report. Apparently, at that time, that man had left with a very small child. We put out a description and began to look for that party, and a short time later, approximately 5 or 6 blocks west of that location, in a more commercial area that includes several grocery stores and businesses, a man matching the description with a very small child was reported to have gone into the Aldi supermarket, which was occupied with a lot of shoppers doing grocery shopping. Our officers went inside that location and did indeed locate a person in there that matched that description. At that time, as they attempted to talk to him, that person assaulted our officers physically and then attempted to flee from the store. At that point, our officers gave foot pursuit, and just before leaving the store, that person produced a firearm, and our officers and that person exchanged gunfire. That person then fled the scene. Thankfully, the young child was left behind, and our officers were able to recover that person and make sure that they were unharmed. And thankfully, no one inside that grocery store was hit by gunfire. The officers then gave foot pursuit further westbound towards the Cub Foods. In between that location, another business was open and had customers in it. And 2 people were shot at that location as the person was running from Aldi's to the Cub Foods. At the Cub Foods, again, another grocery store occupied by a lot of people doing their grocery shopping. Our officers were able to see that person running in towards the entrance of that store. Some shots were fired at that location, and the person went inside the grocery store. We quickly began to evacuate people. As you can imagine, they were running out. People had heard these shots. They saw this person running with a firearm. We were able to evacuate, and our team set up very quickly a rescue squad or team of people to go inside, which they did. They were able to contain that person in the store until we were able to get more SWAT elements there. We began communicating and negotiating with that party, and shortly thereafter, approximately 10 minutes later, that person died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Because of the serious nature of this crime and the vast locations, multiple places this happened, we have asked that the BCA come in and investigate this for us. I first and foremost want to extend my thanks to the BCA for helping us out in this manner.